regarding to the almost 6 years that the band was, if I can, inactive. So this is the first album in 6 years. Tell me, how do you feel working again in new music and waiting for performing on the stage?
Actually, we were not inactive. We've been touring intensively during those years in South America, Europe, and a bit everywhere. So it was quite intense from the live point of view, and yeah, we worked quite intensively as well on new music. So we had a different lineup changes, which explain why it took so long. Some of us moved to different countries, so that takes a while as well to, for the logistics and adapt. So we had to put the music aside during those periods. And then from the moment we had that new lineup, well, things went pretty fast, actually. Just like 1 year to write the new album and like a few months to record it.
Good. I had the chance of listening to this new album to make a review, and a part of it really cool. I feel this album has a very terrific and bestial sound, heavier than the previous albums, in my opinion. So I would like to ask you, what is the most important thing for you in the composition process? In few words, what makes a song a good song for you?
A song that reflects perfectly the mood that we are in when we write that song, and that the music is a pure translation of the lyrics. That's what makes a good song to me. So for this album, the big difference was when T Chaos joined the band. First thing he asked me was to get the lyrics for the album, because I always write all the lyrics before the music is even composed. And that's something I liked very much, because he wanted to immerse himself into the lyrics, and from each song lyrics, write the proper music that would go with it. So that was something new, because I was the only one really in the band back then working like that and mentor a bit as well. So from that moment on, I knew he was the right guy, So when he came up with the first whispers of songs, they were just breathtaking for me, because it was really like the soundtrack of those experiences I write down. So to me, that's a good song. When the other members in your band can manage to retranslate everything you put of yourself into words, to me, that's a fucking good song.
Good answer, man. Good answer. And in general, in the composition process, what inspires you when you write a new album, a new song? Obviously, your feelings, but do you find it easy, have the enough inspiration to write songs, or sometimes it's difficult finding inspiration to write?
It depends a bit of the moment. Like, it depends your surrounding, the people you're working with. For now, I would say like we had a block, let's say, after Cold Black Sun, because people were a bit over the place in this band. Nerat, the previous guitar player, who was with us for 20 years, lost kind of interest into extreme music and black metal, so to speak. He wanted to explore more experimental, atmospheric landscapes. The bass player was more into the pure necro black metal, and some different philosophies. So that was getting a bit hard to write music together, because I am somebody who wants really to have that translation of the lyrics into music. That I want the things to be as honest as possible, not tailor the music for people. And but when you have the right people, like I said before, things go super fast and super easy. The main source of inspiration, it's always the lyrics, and the lyrics are always inspired by real life events. So like a experience I had in my life, or ceremonial or conceptual about my beliefs, or some rituals I did in the past and had a profound effect on me and my existence. So these lyrics, and especially the events that inspired them, are the biggest and the best source of inspiration for music, in my opinion.
Good. And you recently mentioned rituals that you did in the past. This is literally, or it's just a way of say. Because I have a question for you about the Satanism and the Christianism. This thing, what place occupy in your life today?
Well, spirituality and ceremonial, it's a daily thing for me. I'm talking for myself. It's not something for image, gimmick, or anything. That is something that for decades is a part, the integrate part of my life every day. So I'm not saying that I'm doing rituals every day. That would be a lie. That would be a big lie. But that's my belief, like my belief system. I'm a Satyrian Satanist, and this album is very, very, very much deeply inspired by the Eden Belial. So that's never something that we're gonna pretend in this band. Like I don't want Enthroned ever to be a band that uses those beliefs as a gimmick, as an image, or to look like something. To me, that's a total form of disrespect towards the arts. So I guess you have your answer there.
Yeah, and this it has to be sharing the band in general with the other members, I imagine.
They have to agree at least, but in this band now, with Enthroned, how it is today, it's not even the matter. Everybody is implied in, everybody in this band has the same opinion as me and way of living as I have. That's why I'm so glad that I found those actual guys that are participating in Enthroned now, because we can share much, much more than previously.
And in any moment of your life or your career with the band, did you think in make something of this, like Botane, for example, at the stage? For example, I imagine you know Botane from Sweden. They make some things with schools and candlelights in the middle of the stage, like a ceremonial ritual, and they perform and they concerts. Did you think and make something like that in your shows, or that's something more
We
personal?
did in the past sometimes. Maybe we'll still do it in the future. The thing is, it's not something we want to do for a show. When we do it, it's because I'm going to be really honest. It's like we have in our, as occultist life, like some days we have to perform a ritual. And it happened already that we had concerts booked on that day. And we're not going to cancel our ritual for that. So we bring it on stage at that moment. And the energies we're going to share with the people going to feed that ritual. But we don't want to make that a gimmick. We don't want to make that a decoration, because occultism and ceremonial magic is not the decoration. It's something to live by, and there must be a reason to perform it. Otherwise, it's again a form of disrespect, and that's not that in my book. All the respect and all the things for Eric and Watain and those bands who used to do that or do that. I don't say that they're fake. That's not what I'm saying. But in my book, for me, when I'm doing those things, it must be a reason to do them. So it happened, like I said, the biggest one we had was in Brussels, I think, and that was a big, big, big ceremony like this. But there was a reason for it. The next concert we didn't have that, and the previous one neither. So it happened like every so years.
Good, good man. Back into the album, if someone see the cover art of this album, people can see something, in my opinion, very shocking and very artistic. That's something that I like of this band. Besides the music, the visual job behind. So I want to know, what does the cover and the title of this album represent?
Well, the whole concept of Ashspawn revolves around sublimation. So the transformation born from desolation. It explores that moment when one stands before the abyss of despair, and then gets all that energy, all of that work to raise yourself to the higher summit. During the writing of the lyrics, I inspired myself from one event that I had to go through. And the thing that helped me a lot during that period was dealing with some magical work, and of course work on myself, not only magic. That would be absurd. But the magical work I did was through the Idam Belial, and that really helped me. When I asked Jose Gabriel Alegría Sambugal to do the artwork, I explained to him what the lyrics were about, give him the lyrics and everything that was to do with the album. Knowing that the guy was also a historical expert in theology and demonology. He understood directly, and we told him, like, okay, here's the lyrics, here are 3 songs, and you have complete freedom. And that's what he came up with, and the result is beyond our expectations. The representation of Belial on the front cover is exactly how we had it in mind. And the rest is just pure art, pure magnificence.
Yeah, I agree with that. What kind of books inspire you or motivate you to write or to make art? Because I see that you have a big library behind you.
Yeah, that's just the half. That's the rest of the.
Yeah. What are your
no,
favorite?
we are kind of book nerds in this house, and well, for the albums it depends. Like as I said, mostly for Enthroned, my inspirations are my experiences. I'm not telling tale out of a book, but of course you have grimoires books that are very useful in a matter of learning or discerning the transmundane reality, what is bullshit, what is not. One of my favorites would be Kenneth Grant's The Night Side of Eden. That one represents and change a bit of the way I see things on a matter of exploring the void and the self-creation, the concept of self-creation regarding my interpretation of it. So yeah, there's so many books there and so many more to explore. I can't give you just one title. I gave you one because that's the first one that came in my mind, but another one that would surprise maybe some people if they know it would be the book of the 5 Rings by
Good.
Yep, I forgot the name of the author now. But that book changed our way of how I see things as well. You know, so it's a very hard thing to go through. You know, like when I finish one, I go to another one. While waiting for you, I was reading another one, The Elixir and the Stone, which is very interesting, to the boundaries between science and theology.
Good.
Those are very good books, by the way. So,
what are your talks about the Satanic Bible, for example? It's just a kid book, or is something interesting for you?
well, regarding its time of publication, that was a book that was kind of maybe necessary in a certain level to awaken some people in one way or another. Now, I would say that I have my own opinion about it, and yeah, it's not going to be very flattering if I express it.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Yeah, it's funny to see sometimes people branding that book, saying that it's not the Bible.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
when you're a teenager, I can imagine that it's the wow. When I was a teenager and I saw that book, didn't read it yet, I was like, oh, you know. but I knew it was not that, the Satanic Bible, because,
Exactly.
you know,
It's something that helps
that
you
would
to enter
not
into
the Black
that.
Book of Satan, but it's like the title, you know.
Exactly.
Of course, I read it. No, it's here somewhere,
Mm,
you know. But yeah, it's interesting way to see how Anton LaVey and his elucubrations developed. You know,
exactly.
my opinion, he was a very intelligent guy, and at some point, then things went the wrong way, and shit hit the floor, you could say. So yeah, not for me.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And regarding to the music video for Rabia Samin, how and where was it made? The shooting was in Belgium?
No, like I did some captures here in Norway,
Okay.
and it's a friend of us, Chris from Eye of Saros, that did all the rest of the work in Switzerland.
Mm,
Um, like lots of captures were redone with Unreal Engine, all done by hand and by computer, of course, not AI. Because some people have a tendency to mix those
yes.
things. Come on, guys. You know, this video clip took 2 to 3 months of intense work every day from morning till evening to arrive to that result. And we're pretty satisfied because I guess it's a video that is pretty unique in the genre, and kind of has a very interesting and nice way to reflect what we wanted to express. Chris did absolutely an amazing, outstanding job with that clip. So yeah, it asked a lot of work.
Good.
So
It's a really good work, man. Congrats.
thank you.
This is a curiosity to me that I found on internet. I don't know if it's true or not, but that I want to ask you. But you can find that Anthony Land and Kronos from Venom are your cousins. This is true?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Wow. And do you have contact with them in the sense of exchange musical ideas or something like that in your composition skills, or you you are more
Well,
in your line?
no, remain mostly a family thing. You know, like
Mm,
sometimes we exchange some, of course, some. Do you like that record or something like that with Anthony? You know,
mm,
I'm talking with him like now and then still, of course. Like and every time we can meet up, we try to make it possible because it's not easy. We live really far apart, you know.
yeah,
And with Conrad, it's been years that we saw each other. I think last time was 2013. Uh, and yeah, talking mostly just talking about family things, life, and things like that. You know,
yeah.
in the past, like I'm talking 20 years ago, me and Conrad like worked a bit on some things, and he recorded vocals, guest vocals for some Enthroned song, and
Mm,
and participated a bit with some lyrics as well for on toward the Descripcion of Satan.
mm,
But besides that, nah, it stayed always pure family thing, you know,
mm.
like
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I got it. Good, good. I will search that song. We are reaching to the end, and I have two more questions. One of them are, what is it like to work with Season of Mist? Because you were working with them for many years, right?
Yeah, nothing to complain really. Like they're doing an amazing job regarding promotion. Um, so yeah, they give us the budget we need for to record the albums we want, and so which is not easy these days because recording an album costs excessively much a lot of money, especially since the pandemic. So without their support, well, I don't know if we would be even able to record an album like that now. So yeah, no, we are really happy with their work. So
Good.
and, the team, the PR team, and always been very helpful and very understanding uh, where we stand. So sometimes some things need more convincing from our part that we don't want too much to be exposed in certain ways. So, but they understand, so that's fantastic.
Good, good, man. This year I was in Norway. You said that you are living in Norway right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play at the Inferno Metal Festival or in Tons of Rock?
No. Tons of Rock is a bit too big festival, I would say. Only black metal bands that are really or local, when you know somebody working there,
Yeah.
or who are really big, like Mayhem, Demo Borg,
Yeah. Yeah.
would play there.
And Inferno?
Inferno, we're just discussing this year. We'll see, because fortunately, we have already some gigs planned on the same weekend, but maybe we can try to find an arrangement. If not this year, we'll try to make it for the year after. We'll see. This year we're gonna play at the Graveyard Festival, the Graveyard gig in Notodden, Norway.
Yeah.
In September. That's actually the most legendary black death metal festival there is.
Yes.
Because it was the very first black death metal festival in Norway at the time, at that period, in the early 90s. And they decided to restart the festival this year.
Good.
So we're gonna play at the next edition here. We're gonna be the only non-Norwegian band. We're gonna play with Isan and Nick Clementeon.
Good.
Dolde and Navn, the Dven, with the guys of the Densgard.
Yeah.
So no, that's gonna be a interesting show.
Good. Perfect, man. And my last question is there a plan to make another Latin American tour or not yet?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Good.
So we're in discussion.
Good. Including Argentina.
I cannot unveil too many details now, but we are working, talking for possible dates in Mexico, Brazil, and see for what can do with that.
Okay.
If possible to come back to Buenos Aires or something, that would be fantastic. So yeah, like South America has always been, for me personally, my favorite place to play. So of course, if I have the possibility to go there, I will not miss it.
Good, man. Yeah, you're welcome here always, all the life. So we reached to the end. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you a lot of success, man. Really.
Thank you. Likewise.
Goodbye.
Good night.